Prof's grumpy assistant wants me to tell a word with lots of unique or non-repeated letters. Let's see how we can build this. First of all, what are unique letters? Well, by example, for example, pasta, the word pasta is a 5-letter word, but that's got 4 unique letters because they are P, A, S, and T. The last A, as we see, is repeated from the previous one. So it's not a unique letter. Likewise, assist has got 4. Both revolve and revolver have 5 unique letters because, as you can see, the last letters have just repeated from the previous ones. So the question comes is, how can I determine how many unique letters there are, and what are those letters? Well, the logic is actually quite interesting. What we need to do really is to look at every letter of this word and compare that to, let's say, a list of all the unique words, or list or string. Both are going to behave very similarly here. So we start with unique letters as an empty string. We find that E is not part of unique letters, so I go and add E into this letter, unique letters. Next, I encounter an N and I say, okay, look, N is not part of this. Hence, I have to increase my unique letter string to En, and I keep going till I encounter the next N. I realize that this N is inside this unique letters, and hence I do not need to add it. I move forward, I add the C but not the next E because it's not unique. So if you keep going through this, for every element of the word, you will find that at the end of it all, the string unique letters will contain all the unique letters, and its length tells us how many unique letters there are. Let's see how we can do this in code. The word is here. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to create a new string called unique letters. Now in the beginning, I'm going to set it to an empty string because now I really want to go, word 0. If word 0 is not in unique letters, go and add word 0 to unique letters. Go to word 1. Word index 1 is not in unique letters. Go and add this in unique letters. Now I basically need to go every element of that string. A concise way of doing this would be to use a for loop. For example, I can write here for kk in range, let's say len of word. Now what this means is that I'm going to go through every element of this string. I am going to say if word indexing here for the string is not in uh, unique letters, what do I need to do? If it's not in unique letters, well, I'm going to add it to unique letters. So I'm just going to say unique letters equals to unique letters plus word kk. Now pay attention here because notice unique letters is a string, word is also a string, and if when I index its element word kk, it's also a string, which means that this plus here is going to act like concatenation or join apple banana, and you will find that this string unique letters will keep building up as you go on, and pretty much this is all we need. So at the end of this, I can say print, let's say for example, unique letters, and I can also print the length of unique letters, and obviously we'll have to add a little bit more to say, okay, look, the assistant is not very happy with this many letters, and so on and so forth, right? That part is obviously more imaginative, but we can do that also. So let's say I come in here, it says tell me a word with lots of unique letters. I think probably a good word could be respiration. Let's see what our assistant tells us. It tells us that there are 9 unique letters in this, right, which is not bad, but obviously I guess the assistant expected more. Let's try one more example. Let's try a word, let's say assistant. Now this clearly I think is not that great because yes, so it turns out that there's only 5 unique letters, which are ASITN. Yeah. I hope this gives you an idea. Now before I wrap this up, I want to make 2 points. One, that we can do this also to a sentence, because think about it, instead of a list, instead of a string unique letters, I can have a list of unique words. So I convert my string to a list by using the split function. Then I go through every element of that list. If it's part of this, another list, then I ignore it. If it's not a part of this, I go and append that to this list, right? So it's the same logic can be done for say sentences. Also, in fact, we can do this a little bit more concisely in Python. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'll show you one more way of doing this, just for your reference. It's actually quite interesting. What I can do is that I can just say, instead of doing this, I can just say for kk in word. Now this is where for loop becomes powerful in Python. I can say if kk not in unique letters is equal to unique letters plus kk. Now here what's going on, KK is going through, notice this code looks a bit more concise compared to this. They're going to do the same thing. In fact, KK is going to take on every element of the word, and it will, basically all the characters will just be tested, right? So I can actually comment this out. Let me just comment out this part, and I expect the other part to run exactly as the previous one was running. Yeah. So with this, let's say I try a word, let's say UNIQUE. It does tells me there are 5 unique letters in this. Look, this is a lot more concise, but even the previous one is perfectly fine. I hope you found this useful. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.